everyone, it's Ashwin Rao, and today, as you can see, I have a unboxing for you for an emerging brand out of Germany, set up by an individual who's a full-service bootmaker. He essentially does every component of the boot making, and that's Dennis from Kustom Kraft Boots. I actually have a pair of boots that I've already reviewed on this channel that I'll give you an update on soon, but this is my second pair from Dennis. I'm that much of a fan of his work, and I wanted to open it up with you. So Kustom Kraft Boondockers. We're gonna open these up, and there's the inside right there. You can see a nice envelope here. I actually did peek at this envelope ahead of time, and Dennis, again with that logo really nicely done, sent me a nice card, some paper to support the boots, and you can see the boots right here. Here's boot number one. So we're gonna take this, and I'm gonna remove the box here in a second and show you the other boot. Okay, now that we have removed the box, I wanted to show you these beautiful shoe bags that Dennis made. These are some of the nicest shoe bags I've ever owned. You see this beautiful monogrammed Kustom Kraft handmade leather pad made of the same leather that I believe the boots were made of, stitched onto this burlap bag with pull strings. You can see right there. Super cool to have a boot bag of such high quality. I usually don't think much about boot bags or shoe bags, but this is about the nicest pair of bags I've ever owned for any pair of shoes, including my bespoke pairs. This bag has the monogram, no frame, just rugged. And if I pull in really closely, you can see how beautiful that pad of leather, as well as the hatch work that was done on the leather. This is a leather from German tannery. And it's a veg tanned leather with a really soft handle. This is the first time I've had a leather from this particular tannery. It's a veg tanned leather. Actually has a slight nap to it, I think. Very slight. I mean, this is like, it's definitely a veg tan leather, but you can see that if I push one way or the other, you can see the slight bit of shifting there, almost like a nubuck. The work that Dennis does is done entirely by hand. You can see this 270-degree stitch down construction, double row stitch down for 180 degrees, followed by the continuation to 270 degrees, which you see right through here. Here's a demonstration of the stitching done on the upper. You can see this is done using a machine because you can see the track marks of the sewing machine here. Very, very cleanly done double row stitching here, as well as along the front of the side panel into the facing. This is cleaner work than I saw in terms of stitching of the upper on my first pair when he was really just learning. We're getting to the point where his work is rather immaculately done, on the level of some of the finest bootmakers, in my opinion. The shape of this last is a gentle, round, almost almond-shaped last, I would say. Definitely has a rounded toe, but more of the almond shape. A similar last to the Viberg 2030, but slightly more rounded rather than pointed here. Here's his heel block, which has this rugged finish, almost this partially finished heel, which I think is super cool. Nice shine applied to that heel. This is a block heel, and you can see nicely brought in to match the contours of the upper here. The heel block does have, in fact, a very slight pitch. We see a non-gusseted tongue created from a separate type of leather. Has slightly different handle, maybe a little thicker. Darker, certainly, also lined here. You can see that profile that Dennis really likes, that has this sweeping look that leads to a fairly tapered nose of the shoe. A lot of other makers have a slightly lower instep in this area, almost like as if you press down here and it's a little bit more dropped here. He tends to have a more spacious vamp in that area, which I really like and I find fits well. We see here that this is made of entirely eyelets. There are a total of 8 eyelets here. These are black metal eyelets here. You can see they look like brass eyelets that were painted, and a Vibram studded sole, one of my favorite sole, with reinforced heel block with nails providing the reinforcement. This is going to be a patina monster shoe, and if I'm not mistaken, Dennis told me that as this shoe ages, it will turn into more of a cognac color, which is actually kind of reminiscent of this color. So I think it's going to redden. Is that he has a back sloping top collar here of the shoe, which is different than many other makers who either go opposite on the pitch or straight on the pitch. He has more of this upward angle pitch. No pull tab, as you can see, but some nice detailing up top here, including this nice curved stitching and the double row of stitching that then adorns the heel counter here. Heel block appears to be more of a standard heel block, squared off when looking from the back, but we talked about that slight pitch when looking from the side. So that's kind of a unique detail that I hadn't seen before that I really like. If I take you through the other boot here, you can see that this leather has a few marks on it from what appears to be the natural grain characteristics of that leather. I think that adds some character, and I really like the look and how he has clicked the leather to create that pattern right there. I'm very excited about this pair of Boondockers from Kustom Kraft Workshop. Gives you my first impressions. I did try these on for fit, and as I mentioned, the fit is really lovely. It feels like a hugging fit. You can contact him about sizing, and he's rapid to respond. This is Kustom Kraft Workshop's Boondocker. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a good day. We'll come back to this boot with a full review in short order. Take care. Bye.